you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, sup. If you are not new, you've been here for this Howard stuff since my first video, why are you still here? You waited a long time to get this second video.
I've been waiting for you, Patrick.
Oh my goodness. If you read the title of the video, you know what this is about. I wanted to give you guys some tips on how to be successful at Howard, but just in college in general, basically wherever you go. It's probably gonna be very similar to other HBCUs, but this is what it is. I only have Howard as my reference point because I've only gone to one school. I'm about to be a senior this upcoming year, Corona permitting. I will be graduating on time. On time. But how do you know that you can trust me? How do I know that this advice I'm giving you is gold? I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I will be graduating in 4 years. I will be graduating with, barring any challenges, a 3.8 GPA, which is pretty nice.
Oh, you fancy, huh?
I am an honor student. What other interesting things about me? I've worked on student council. I've gotten internships in DC and outside of DC. And I've been involved in various organizations. So I know a lot about Howard, and I know that there are so many things and so many opportunities that I definitely missed out on. But there are definitely other areas that I'm going to miss out on this video, and I was hoping to do this video with a group of my friends, but I didn't get the opportunity to. But if you'd like to see like a Zoom call with me and my friends and things that they wish they had known about Howard, I think that would be super cool. Let me know in the comments below if that'd be something you're interested in. If it is, I will definitely get that to you before the end of the summer. But let's just go ahead and jump into it. One of the first things I would definitely do is join a freshman org. So there are lots of freshman orgs. They will be hounding you the moment you step on campus. If you have had an older brother or sister go to Howard before, you probably know what they are. MOG, Women of Revolt, Jules. There are lots of FLA. There are a lot of different organizations on campus, but freshman year, I feel like it's really important to just have a group of people that you know, that you're a part of, and that you're friends with. Not just that, it won't just help your friend group, but it's also really good for networking. There are a lot of opportunities at Howard, and lots of times you won't know about it until it's too late, and you're just like,
and I wish I had someone who knew, who told me about it.
Well, this is why it's important to join a freshman year group, because it doesn't just help you meet other freshmen. Every single person who was in that group before you was probably still, well, not every person, but there are a lot of people who were in that group before you who are on campus who are probably doing really awesome things that you want to do. And they'll be there to help you out, mentor you. If you have questions, you can ask them. It's really just a good way to get to know upperclassmen. Having a good upperclassman friend, close friend that has the same goals as you will really push you far. So, internship season. If you want to get a competitive internship season starts in October and probably ends by December. Most competitive internships will have their application deadlines, if not by the end of December. And it's funny because you literally just got to school. You're not even thinking about summer, but that's not what the reality is for the companies and the government institutions that are hiring. They're trying to choose their internship class for the summer before the new year so that they can get any training, background checks, and things like that done. My freshman year, I didn't start thinking about internships until February or March, and I was too late for the majority of the ones that I wanted to view. Honestly, right now during the summer, I would highly suggest that you start going online, looking up internships that you might be interested in, whether they're online in DC or travel ones. I would definitely recommend looking them up. Make an Excel spreadsheet of all the internships you're interested in and have them organized by deadline date so that you can just knock them off your list. And of course, Google Calendar, set a calendar date, blah, blah, blah. I'll do a whole separate video on how to get an internship your freshman year, because it's very different than how you would get an internship your upperclassmen years. This, I guess, ties me into my next point of making sure that you choose at least one teacher, at least like the bare minimum, have one teacher a year that you're very close to, that you create a form of student-teacher relationship with, just because come recommendation time, whether it's for grad school or for an internship or for a fellowship or any type of program, you're going to need a professional recommendation. And so I would suggest at least having one teacher, and that'll go for when you do your internships. They're going to ask for at least 2 professional recommendations. So, I mean, I know you don't get to choose your teachers, especially your freshman year, your schedule's chosen for you. Try to develop at least one good relationship with the teacher so that come recommendation time and come application time, you'll have at least someone, it'll be easier for you to reach out to someone. I would definitely suggest applying to the honors program after your freshman year if you were not already admitted. So lots of people don't know that you can apply to be in the honors program even if you weren't admitted when you started coming to Howard. You can do it at the end of your freshman year. You'll have to go to the honors program directly and they'll give you an application. Lots of people think, why should I do honors, And I'm gonna keep it really honest with you. Honors offers very little, except as you get to choose your classes first. So that makes sure you'll always be able to get the class that you need and you won't have to be running around begging teachers to let you in your classes, which a lot of people have to do. You get priority housing, which is really important. The only reason I was able to stay on campus as long as I did, I stayed on campus my freshman through junior year. And as a lot of people know, that housing is really limited at Howard. So having that extra bump in housing is really helpful for making sure you can stay on campus as long as you can. Because after that, the prices go way, way up. And who wants to spend $20,000 for a place to live?
I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke!
I was afraid to do study abroad just because, I don't know, I was afraid I would miss out on too much. I was afraid of being out of the country with my parents and my family situation the way that it is. And I was like, dang, I really want to do study abroad, but I just feel like it's not a good fit for me during these 4 years. And I mean, I would honestly push doing study abroad. Everyone who goes has a great time, and lots of times on Howard, especially if you have a scholarship, it's not that expensive. And when other time are you going to be able to live outside of the country during your life? I will say that if you are not comfortable doing study abroad, Howard offers a really cool opportunity to do domestic study abroad. Domestic study abroad is basically your opportunity to go transfer to another school for a year. You can transfer, and it's schools across the country. You can go to Columbia, you can go to Vanderbilt, you can go to Duke, you can go to University of Southern California. There are a lot of really cool school options that you can attend. So if doing a domestic exchange is still too far for you and you don't want to switch schools, which of course is fine, Howard has a really cool thing called the Consortium classes. And basically all of the schools in the area, in DC and DMV area, have like partnered together so that students can take classes at other schools. I've had students from University of Maryland and Georgetown take classes at Howard, and we are actually allowed to do the same, take classes at Georgetown, George Washington, American, Catholic, University of Maryland, I don't think George Mason's on there. It probably is. They have some political science classes that are more tailored to the things that I'm interested in. And so I really appreciated the opportunity to check those out. This is just like a fun one, and this might be true at other schools, but do not come to Howard and buy all of your gear beforehand. You will want to, of course, have lots of Howard gear, lots of Howard merch, whatever. But the bookstore has the best stuff. Some students come and they have all of their stuff at the very beginning, and it's like, okay, cool. But then you get to the bookstore and you realize they have so much nicer stuff.
Are you wearing the Chanel boots? Yeah, I am.
Don't go on the bookstore online because they still won't have everything. Like, there will be lots of cool stuff in the actual bookstore that you'll definitely want to get. And they have lots of sales, like 25% off, especially when new students are around. My family, when I moved in, it was like we moved in and then we went to the bookstore and I bought like $200 worth of stuff. Last thing I'm gonna say, which is for any college student, no matter what school you go to, is there's no such thing as graduating on time. It doesn't exist, it's not real, it's not a thing. Who literally cares?
Trust me, I do not think you're some type of failure if you have to take longer. It's totally fine. Tons of successful people just take long times. Like, this whole concept of 4 years is so silly. It's so silly because, like, don't they even want more money? Why wouldn't they convince us to stay longer? Whatever. That's just one of my pet peeves, is people thinking you have to graduate on time. It doesn't matter. There's no such thing as on time. You graduate when you graduate.
The people who I find have had the most interesting school experiences are the people who don't graduate in 4 years, because they took the time to engage in things off of campus. They took the time to do fellowships or a study abroad for a year long, and it may have put them behind, but it's not real. Like, who cares so long as you've had the opportunity to utilize all of the opportunities that Howard has to offer. As long as you can afford it, it really doesn't matter. I mean, if you can't afford it, let's go.
I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke!
Hurry up, wrap that up. I could have graduated in 3 years and I chose not to, because I was like, why would I leave? I have a scholarship, it's mostly paid for. At the end of the day, it's not going to hurt you staying at Howard for the full time or maybe longer. I would definitely just use this time to take advantage of the opportunities that Howard has. Make connections, network, find resources, because when you're at Howard, literally doors open. Internship, you think there's no way you're gonna get it. I promise you, you're going to get it. They're gonna look at Howard on your resume and they're going to immediately bring you in. Howard, we are a commodity. We are a commodity. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. There's so many areas of Howard. I know I could not capture it myself, but I'm sure there are other people who could. So if you want me to do that Zoom call, I definitely can. Leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe. Have a good day, stay safe, and hopefully I'll see you around.